Hello everybody and welcome to another shader graph tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to look at this corridor which, well, obviously the shader is applied on this corridor which while you move it goes far from you. Obviously I did it only on one axis, so it's on the x-axis, and you can see how it feels really weird. So if you are new to this channel, click that subscribe button. You don't want to miss my new videos on shader tutorials. I'm a bit inconsistent in my schedule for releasing videos, so you should probably just subscribe so that you know about all my new videos. So let's just jump into it. So you can see this glitch shader that I created in a previous video. You can check that video. The link is going to show here somewhere, and it's probably going to be in the description as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that glitch shader that I already created, and we're gonna wait a little bit and we're gonna rename it long corridor, if that's how you write it, and then let's open it. And actually you can start from here, like you don't have to have the glitch effect previously. I'm just using it so that, well, I'm going to delete almost everything, and what I'm going to leave is these three that I already created, which just it's the albedo texture, which has the reference of underscore base map, the normal which has underscore bump map, and the metallic which has metallic gloss map. And I'm going to delete all the rest. And I already mentioned I have these so that when you have a material that has these textures already applied on it with these names, once you switch to this shader, these textures are going to still be assigned in the correct places. So that's that. Alright, so let's start by creating a position node, which is going to be in world coordinates. We want to so when you scale something, if the point of the mesh has a distance of 1 from the origin, and you scale this thing for, let's say it was 1 and you made the scale 2, then this point distance is going to become 2. If it was 0.5, it's going to become 1, right? So it's the multiplication or whatever scale you are scaling based on how far that point is from the origin. Now we cannot do that in here, but what we can do, and it's because we are going to scale everything based on some one position, which is the parent of all these objects, and you will see in a bit. So what we can do here instead is to scale based on the distance between each point and the camera. So let's subtract this position from, let's bring a camera node and put the position of the camera node, right? And then, so at the end we will have the world position, and we are going to add a vector 3 to it, which is going to be parameterized. So let's say the scale, right? And let's drop it in, and let's just connect it to a multiplication, actually. So if I add this vector to this position, it's just going to add it to all the points the same way. But what I need is to add this scale based on how far each point is from the camera. So I'm going to multiply the distance, which is the subtraction of the position of the world coordinates of each point of the mesh with from the camera position, and then multiply the scale vector that we created with that, and then add it to our original position. And obviously we need to transform from world coordinates to object coordinates and connect it to the position. Now let's save that, and let's go back in here, and let's scale. So this is the parent of all, basically everything in here. So I will scale it on the x-axis on for to become 2. So you can see now it's very far away. And what we need to do also is to change all the materials to use our shader, which are in simple corridor and materials tileable and the non-tileable. Just hold and shift, you will select all of them and click here, click shader graphs and click long corridor. Now which one is this one? Let's call this one call it new. Alright, so let's select all, shader graphs, long corridor new, and you will see all the textures are applied correctly. Now we can increase this or decrease it actually. So we will have 0, oh wait, if we have 0.02 in negative, so we can have this as 0.1 or 0.5 maybe. And now you can see that we are basically negating whatever scale we did, right? But we are actually traveling the double of, well, from here to there, yeah, it is the same. But the trick is, so now the area close to the camera, we wanted to have some range between the stretched and the non-stretched, and we can do that by getting the length of the subtraction, right, which will get us a value of how one value, not x and y and z, one value of how far this point is from the camera, and then we will add some more parameters. So one is for starting at, let's say, and I'm so inconsistent in naming these. This is a glitch in Unity 2019.3 alpha. Sometimes when you add these, then you can't do anything. So let's just save and just remove the whole window and open it again. And let's go back again and create another one, which is range, which will do the same. Save. Alright, and this is probably going to be a slider between 0 and like 0.5, and we are going to drop both of them. For the starting point, we are just gonna subtract, and for making a range, we are going to multiply, and then we will multiply this value by our scale vector before connecting it to the multiplication. Let's save that. And let's go back. You have to select all the materials, and then we are going to put this as 0.02. Well, that's a lot. 0.1 maybe, and we can say where is the starting point. I also need to have to clamp whatever comes out of here to a value between 0 and 1, and then I can connect it here so that it doesn't stretch that much. Alright. It is starting to get the effect that I'm looking at. Yeah, kind of like this. So now going from here to there is no stretching, right? And then you look at the end and you feel that, oh, it is close. Let me zoom in. Oh, it is close. And then you go and it's stretching, right? Obviously the caveat of this is that everything nearby is going to look stretched because we did stretch it. Now if we reduce back the scale, let's see that. Click here and we go back to scale of 1 and we go back in, then things will still kind of work. You will feel that it is even closer than reality, and when you go in, it will go far from you. Now you can obviously go in here and make this like a 7 or maybe an 8, and it will look really close, and then when you go there it will run away from you. So that's going to be it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Check out the links for my assets to support me. If you noticed, I don't have ads in my videos because I don't trust or I don't believe in ads. So check these links in the description, and you can check my older tutorial as well. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.